we're gonna go ahead and face it first, so we have 200,000 material on the face. We're gonna get rid of that. So let's pick up the face. And there is the pane where you see all your tools. If you're using any specific tools, guys, any specific company like Valonite or Sandway, Ken Metal, so you can bring your tools in here. You can make your own library on the tool. And that's pretty common practice in the shop. So any shop you go, they're gonna stick with only one vendor, either Valonite or Sandway or Ken Metal, doesn't matter. So you can do that. But here, this is pretty standard. Doesn't matter what tool you guys are using, which manufacturer you're using. So there's a 80 degrees, your tool insert we use for your OD rough. And this here is going to be your facing tool, right side, that's 80 degree also, which means insert is 80 degree. So we're going to use this as your right hand face tool. Select on that. And there are your speeds and feeds. Feed rate 10,000, spindle speed is maximum 10,000. And you can change if you want to here, you can still edit it. And you want to slow down on your finish feed rate, you can say finish feed rate, I want to go only 8,000 or 5,000, doesn't matter. And then you go to face parameters. This is your face parameters. So this is my extra material, what we see here is right here. And this, all these steps are very clear, self-explanatory, guys. Entry amount, that's 100,000, is your tool is gonna move 100,000 away from the part, which is your entry amount. If you look at it, that distance from the start, above the start, it's going to be 100,000, you want to go 150, you can go 200, it all depends. So 100,000 is pretty common, that my tool is going to clear 100,000 away from the part. And then it's going to finish, and you can control the rough step over how much you want to cut. Let's say I want to cut 25,000 each pass. You're cutting some hard metal, the tool is going to put 25,000, 25,000, 25,000 till it reaches your Z over here. Under on the Z, if you want, you can go finish pass on your Z. You can say I want to go 5,000 just on the finish on the Z. You can do that also if you want to. Okay. Then retract, after each pass is going to face it out, how much is going to retract, amount is going to retract to 100,000. Stock to leave, if you, for any reason you want to leave for stock, I will come back and talk about that later on, guys. Let's say I want to leave 5,000. Why I want to leave 5,000 on the face, when I'm going to rough it out the full amount, but still leave 5,000 here. So when I'm going to turn this guy here, using this profile, so that tool will come and finish that 5,000 in that case, if you want to do that. But right now, I'm going to just say, I'm going to leave 0. Cut away from center line, if you want to go below the center line, that is your cut away from the center line. Here is your lead and lead out. This is very important. Right now, lead in and lead out. Lead in means how your tool is going to lead into the part when it's going to start cutting. Lead out means how it's going to get out when it's going to cut. It's going to come straight in and it's going to go straight out this way, which is this middle the arrow key tells you the direction. So it's gonna go angle 0 degree at lead out, and when it's gonna lead in, it's gonna angle minus 90 degrees. It's gonna come straight like this, it's gonna face it out, and it's gonna lead out like this. That's what it is, lead out and lead in. We're gonna go ahead and talk this stuff later on, how you can extend that and how much amount you can extend that if you want to. We'll get that later on, guys. Right now, we're gonna just leave this as is and just hit OK. And I'm gonna cut finish step only 10,000. I'm gonna cut rough 25,000 each path and hit OK. There is your tool part. It's cutting 25,000, starting 100,000 above the part. It's cutting 25,000 each pass, and this is how much it's gonna finish. So you can go and go to back plot, and we can see it, and hit play. And then your tool comes, your facing tool. Okay, look at the facing tool. This is if you want to see your holder also, that's your holder. So this is how you use your facing. You can use this for turning. If you're gonna use this for turning, the geometry is not the right geometry for your turn. So it's taking up 25,000 each pass. This is straight lead in, the yellow is straight lead out. That's your lead in and lead out.
Nó phải cắt việc từ từ.
Hả?
Nó phải cắt việc từ từ.
And there's your finish pass. Perfect.
Chứ đâu vô chơi một bữa bự.
Anytime, hit escape key anytime you want to change, go to parameters. Let's say I want to change my rough step over, I want to go 50,000. I don't want too many passes. Change to 50,000, hit OK. And that will change to only 1, 2, 3 passes. Look at that. Pass. Alright, so we're done with face, and now I'm going to rough this part. I'm going to cut this profile. So here comes my rough back right there. Any question with the facing, guys? Okay, let's go to rough. This select entity amount chain or inner body. When you select the chain, this is your chain. Look at this. If I'm going to select chain from here, and it's select this whole chain, guys. We don't have to select this. We want just cut outside the profile of the part. That's it. So if you remember, I am going to delete these lines. I don't need it. If you want to keep it, you can put it in a different level just for your own personal with this thing. I want to click, I'm going to right click, right click, and I'm going to change this to level 2. And hit OK, move to level 2, hit OK. I can go level 2 and I can turn that off. No, I don't need that. You can do that also. If you don't want to do it, you want to keep it, you can do that. So now I can go to my toolpath. I can say rough. I can select chain from here, and it's going to select the chain. It's going to stop right there. There is my roughing toolpath. End of the chain. Hit OK. And now this is my OD rough, right hand, 80 degrees. We use 80 degrees for your roughing. We use 55 degree and 30 degrees for your finish. So here comes my 50 degree for finish, that's your left hand. And there's my 50 degree, 35 degree for left hand. This is your right hand, 55 degree. We'll use this for finish. But this is gonna be my OD rough, right hand, 80 degree tool hold. Select that, and again, you can still play with your feed rate and speed if you want to. Anything in the comment, you want to type it over here. Let's say this is my, you can say roughing tool. I hit the wrong, I did hit the wrong one. Okay. And I say roughly to 80 degree. Yeah. 80 degree. All right, here comes my rough parameters. You have options, you can go depth cut, auto, it will select by itself, you can say incremental, how much you wanna cut each pass, equal steps, you can do that, it's gonna cut on equal steps, you have so many options you have. You can go incremental, it's gonna cut 50,000, each pass in incremental, equal steps, it's gonna cut 100,000, you're gonna put 50,000, you can change to 50,000, that's how much it's gonna go for each time. Start to leave on X and start to leave on Z, this is the amount it's gonna leave, it's gonna rough out 50,000 each pass, that's what I'm telling that, hey, take off depth. It's gonna start from entry amount is 100,000 away, it's gonna start from there, and it's gonna go 50,000, rough out, 50,000, rough out, it's gonna go rough it out, but it's gonna leave 10,000 on the X and 10,000 on the Z for your finished pass, that's what that means. And there's a lead in, lead out again. It's gonna lead into the part state at 0 degrees, and it's gonna lead out at 45 degree at an angle. I'm gonna leave it as is, and I'm gonna show you the differences, watch it. So extend and shorten if you want to, we can extend them, we'll talk later on, guys. So I'll just say it, okay. And there comes your plunge parameters. Okay. The plunge parameters, if you have a part has this kind of groove on the diameter, you check that, it will word that, and you want to cut that plunge into that, you have to check this guy. Now your tool is going to plunge into this. I want to skip that because I do not want to plunge my tool into that, because my tool is gonna hit, the back of the tool is gonna hit. So here, in this part, we don't need to worry about that because we don't have any groove on my diameter, it's just straight profile. So we don't have to worry about that. All right. And hit okay. And hit okay. There is your tool path. I'm gonna select that toolbar in the first phase, and I'm gonna turn that off. I don't wanna see that. And now go to late row, that's what we created, and I can go ahead and backplot. And hit okay. Here comes my tool, roughing up. Taking up too much amount of material on the first pass, that equals incremental to 50,000. Start to leave on X 10, okay, that's good. And there we are.
Vậy đó. Khi cái lỗi nó đi xuống vậy, cái bạc nó sẽ quay.
Ừ.
I didn't like
Cái thua nó giữ đơn cứng. Cái part này các bạn phải
There we are. Equal amount start there.
Dạ, lớp trước lớp này nhìn mấy người hiểu. Lớp trước cái lớp này mấy nhìn mấy người hiểu.
This is okay. Maximum cut that is okay. Let's start to be 10,000, that's all right. Blood primers, I picked that one, that's good. this is not very right. Start with 10,000, right here. That's not very good. What can you find out? Let's see. It's not done here. Change, let us change up to here, okay. It should rough up this. Somehow I have a glitch on mine. I'm gonna right click and retain all one more time. This time I'm gonna go from here to here. Okay. Regenerate. Why it's not getting this part over here?
On the parameter, I see that disable the stop recognition on the bottom left.
Disable
Bottom right.
to recognize, it has to say remaining stack is, that should be okay. Use, the remaining stock, if you do that, there we go. It is not recognizing that, it says disable it, that was the problem, it said disable, don't recognize it. You have said remaining stock, use stock product upon rate, and that also, it says remaining stock. And then here we can go 50,000 here. And there it's gonna cut that 50,000. There we are. If you look at here, lead out, this is your lead out, the one in the red color, it's going at 45-degree angle. And lead in yellow, this is going straight in, that's your lead in. So you can go lead in at 45 degree if you want to. Look at that, my lead in, I'm going 0 degree, lead out, I'm going 45 degree. Let's say here, I'm gonna lead out straight out 90 degrees, so we can change that, my lead out to 90 degrees. Just click like that, and now your tool is gonna go straight up, rather than going at an angle. See that? Here we go. Let's go straight up. If you look at your back block, play that. See, it's going straight up. Let's lead out straight. You gotta be careful with lead and lead out. If you forgot, you say lead out, you're going negative like this. That means when it's gonna go out, you see lead in and lead out, you put negative, that means it's gonna go into the part and it will crash. Watch here. Look at that. It's gonna crash to a collision because you're telling lead out going minus 90 degree, it's gonna plunge into the part. So you
Nó đi
go
vô
back
tạp luôn đó.
and change your lead out. I want to go not down, I want to go up, so you can go, either go 90 degrees or you can go 45 degrees. It's good to go 90 degrees, hit okay, and everything is fine. You're plunging into the part at 0 degree, your tool is coming, watch here. The tool is coming straight into the part. Look at that. Going straight into the part at 0 degrees. It's going straight out at 90 degrees. That should lead in, lead out. You want lead in at also 45 degrees, that's fine. You can say lead in. I want to come lead in like this at an angle. So come like that, minus 35 degree like that. Watch here. See, that changes the angle. Let's go here at an angle, and then going into the form. It should be in. Okay, so here it's leaving your 10,000 material on the on the X diameter, and this is on the Z. This is your X, and this is your Z right here. So it's leaving that material. Because we said that start to leave 10,000 and 10,000. If I'm gonna put here, don't leave anything zero, don't leave anything zero over here, enter, hit okay. And it will not leave anything, but you can see that steps right there here. But I want to leave that material over here, so I'll go and say, start to leave on X about 10,000 or 15,000, doesn't matter. On Z, I'm gonna leave about 10,000. Hit okay. And this was finished, so that's why we didn't select that one on the face. So I'll go ahead and pick tool number 1 and number 2 both, and I'll go to verify. And I can go under stop condition, I say stop at operation change. And I can go ahead and play it. We'll slow down the speed and play. That's face is done. Hit okay. That's the order up. And then we can finish it. Next is going to finish fast. Hit okay. Right click. Go to the top of it. Okay, now if you look at here, your tool is stopping right at, I want to extend that another 100,000 here. So that's where I'm gonna bring my parting tool, that tool is gonna cut it off right there. So I can extend that, so if you go to parameter, and you go under your lead in, lead out, and that's gonna be lead out, that's where you can say extend or shorten your contour. I want to extend that about 200,000. I'm going a little over, so you can see that. Lead out, add a line, and that line is going to add the length of the contour. It's going to add about 200,000. Angle is going to be 0. Hit okay, and extend this amount. I can leave it this 200,000. That's okay. So that's on my lead out. So hit okay, and hit okay. It's shortened it, so I want to extend, guys, I don't want to shorten. No, I said extend, not shorten. That's a shorten, I should extend that on the length. Out, not in. Out. If I will just put the point over here, without adding a line, that will extend that too. So we'll go another 250 from there. And it's gonna extend to 50.
Thầy muốn cắt
That's
cho
where
nó
I
sát
have
vô.
room here, my tool, my
Thầy
parting tool is
cắt
gonna
cho nó sát
come,
vô luôn.
cut up this part right here.
Cho sát cái đồ cầm mà cạnh để cho nó không cưa xuống.
All right.
Thầy thấy ông muốn chỉnh cho nó cắt sát xuống dài luôn mà.
Oh, bây giờ finish.
If you do not want to play with this here, if you want to go lead out, hit okay, and you want to extend this over the exit amount, let's say you put 250 and exit amount right here, look at the changes difference. But that exit amount is not gonna work on this one actually, sorry, it's gonna work on this. For the tool, that is gonna be 0, that's okay. So we move out. And that way you can extend that. let me go and verify this. And it's gonna give me another extra one, two. Alright, so here comes my finish path next. You can just go ahead and click on this toggle display. You want to turn it off? No, I want to go to my finish. You can pick this chain again, or you can just say, pick my last one. Select that, it's going to pick your last chain. And hit OK. And now I'm going to pick my 55-degree finish tool. This guy right there, 55-degree right here. And in the comment you can say that 55-degree 4D finish. And on the finish parameter, that's your step over, number of finish paths you can do only one. You don't want to leave anything on X, you don't want to leave anything on your Z, that's your lead in, lead out. Lead in, you're going straight 0, lead out, I'll go 90-degree positive. And here on the lead out, you want to extend that another 250, we can do that too, because we extend that on the other one. Okay, and there you go, it's gonna go just one pass, finish it. There you go. That's your 55-degree finish. Tool order. So we can go select all and go verify it. First tool, drop it. Place drop. Let's go down here and then finish. The one finish. There we go. And so that takes care of that. Now if you want to see the program, you will post it. Click on that G1 post selected operations. I want to overwrite and hit OK. There is my program. It's generating the true path. So look at this here, guys. This is gonna, even we have created our part on X and Y axis. The code is X and Z axis. Look at that. X, Z, Z, X, Z, X. So here it doesn't matter when you create, when you draw your part, you can create to the X and Y plane. Or you can just create your plane like D and Z plane on diameter and for the lathe, you can do that also. But it's not going to make any difference. You can do either or. But if you are used to for doing programming on mill machine, creating on X and Y, just go and create on X and Y. Because your post is going to make a difference. Picking up your lathe axis, which is going to be your X and your Z axis. So that's our tool number 31 offset, number 31, take that. This is tool number 1 right there. And that's tool number 12, offset number 12. All right.
Rồi, thì
Vậy là đâm
Now
thôi.
the last
Yeah,
tool is
đâm
gonna be,
thôi.
I'm gonna cut it off right here.
Vậy là
I'm
đâm
gonna
các
part
bạn
this
thôi.
off. And that's your part off. Cut off right there. Select cut off boundary point. This is where I want to cut it off, right there. And these are my parting tools, different. Grooming tool, parting tools, you can use any one of those. I'm gonna use this guy right here. Or I can use 250 with this guy right here. So this side is gonna cut flat on this side right here. That's what I'm thinking. This side is gonna be a flat side right there. So the width is 250. And then you're gonna go cut off parameters. Same thing with lead in, lead out, you have to be careful, it's gonna start amount, extra amount, 100,000 above the part, it's gonna go straight down. And it's gonna pick up your front radius, that's where it's gonna cut it off, it's gonna go below your X line. Lead in, lead out, same thing. Lead in going straight, lead out going straight, out, up. Lead in coming straight in, lead out going straight, up. And it okay, it might crash because we don't have the right tools. Okay, let's see what happens. Watch here. And maybe not. Apply. Okay. Yeah, look at that. That tool is. This is short. So it's going to cut, and this is going to plunge into this part right here. There you go. It's hitting right there. If you see it, it did hit right there. And we can see that when we can verify. If we run this all and verify, we can see it. That's going to be my first toolpath facing.